Hi folks, in today's video tutorial I'm going to explain to you how the system can drive the different visibility of the layers for models or in the drawing. I would like to start from scratch, so if we will create new 3D model, the system will automatically reuse the template. How to set up the template, you can check the previous tutorials. Over here, I'd like to explain to you and focus on the layer tree. So you can see that in my template is definite what kind of layers and the visibility are for the 3D model or assembly. The question from you was if it is possible to manage different visualization of the layers for 3D model and different for the drawing. Answer is simply to say yes, it is possible. And over here is the explanation. For example, my reference planes, if I will select right mouse button, I will use the layer properties, and for example, I will add here one horizontal datum plane. So you can see here right now, if I will confirm OK, the system automatically hides the reference plane because the layer is hidden. But what will be happen if I will create drawing? I will create new drawing. The name will be same as the original 3D model. So this is the option for Creo 7. And if you confirm OK, the system will allow to you use the drawing template formats, or I will start for empty. So for example, the size of empty drawing will be A3. If I will directly jump in the layer tree, in the drawing, you can see that in the drawing is everything shown. What does it mean? The layers right now are definite differently as on model and as on the drawing. And what is behind? What is the logic? Everything is defined by configuration option from the DTL file. So if you will select file option and configuration editor, you can see that I use in my custom config profile located in the working directory or in the startup in Creo. Over here you can see that for now I have two configuration options: drawing setup file and the system read directly the DTL file. Yeah, for example, st-in4ksi DTL. And then if you would like to manage the formats, and in the formats it's possible to define the tables, nodes, and so on. So we can speak later about the formats. Again, the formats can be driven by this DTL file. The question is, if you would like to manage the 3D models, yes, of course, it's possible to manage by DTL file the 3D models, and configuration option is model detail option file. Let's go back to the drawing. What does it mean? What is the written in the DTL file? If I will open the separately directly in the notepad, you can see over here the lot of options. And based on these options, the system automatically creates the preferences for the drawing. In the Creo, if you will select File, Prepare Drawing Properties, you can see that over here is the detail option for the drawing. So what does it mean? Over here, if I will select the change, I can see that system reads directly my custom detail file. On the bottom, you can see that it's possible to find the lot of options. For example, these options control theoretical piping, control model grid, and so on. And you can see here that these options control layers. And here you can see three different ones. And my custom value are set up to no, yes, and yes. What does it mean? And how you can find what kind of the layers or preferences for the layers you can change for the DTL file? It's easy. You can see here directly in the drawing that it's possible to select this menu, and over here is the drawing layer status. And right now I select yes. For option, you can pause here your mouse and the system will show you ignore model layer status is set for yes in detail file. If you will change to no, the system will apply the option based on the visibility from the model. We can jump into model. For example, I hide this option, this layer, and maybe, for example, I will visualize reference. So, for example, show, yeah. So only reference planes and standards are visible right now. If I will go back to drawing, and in the layer tree, you can see that options are same from 3D model. You can change it back and set up, for example, that you would like to use the same status as control and in the drawing, or you can separately change the display of a model layer drawing models. So you can see again that you can manage these configuration options, mark yes or no by draw layer overrides model from DTL file. The DTL file is different for the drawing. What does it mean? The system will load the DTL file into drawing, and then later, if you need, you can change the preferences for separate drawings. I hope so that you like this explanation how to drive visibility differently from the model to drawing based on the layers. Thank you, stay tuned, and bye-bye. Vladimir.